The pound dropped to a more than 5-week low after a projection showing Theresa May's Conservative Party may fall short of majority in next week's election raised the spectre of a hung parliament. The British currency weakened versus all its group of 10 peers, bearing the brunt of increasing market jitters before the vote. The YouGov plc study in The Times, based on a new model, showed the Prime Minister's party may fall short of an overall majority by 16 seats, a contrast from just a few weeks ago, when a solid Tory victory was seen as a foregone conclusion. The currency's drop is another example of markets not being prepared for a close election, let alone a hung parliament, said Sean Callow, a senior currency strategist at Westpac Banking Corporation, the second most accurate major currencies forecaster in Bloomberg's latest ranking. Speculative short positions have been unwound, leaving sterling looking for fresh direction. So speculators may reload short pound positions if the election is indeed a lot closer than was implied by the sharp rally when the election was announced. The pound fell 0.5% to $1.2791 as of 9:56 a.m. in London on Wednesday, after earlier touching $1.2769, the lowest since April 21. Still, declines were limited as traders, who've been burnt in the past by the wavering reliability of polls, treated the latest survey with a degree of skepticism. The estimate, compiled by YouGov with an innovative analysis of 50,000 interviews of 7,000 people over 7 days, suggested May would lose 20 seats and be stripped of her overall majority in parliament, with just 310 lawmakers in a hung parliament, down from 330 before she called the election. The YouGov result allows for a wide margin of error, and the pollster acknowledged that its predictions would be controversial. We doubt that the Times YouGov research is giving us the true picture about how many seats each party will win on June 8, Kathleen Brooks, EMEA research director at City Index, wrote in a note. It is the outcome of a model that has used untested methodology to come up with this hung parliament conclusion. While not completely discounting it, Brooks did say she would take this report with a pinch of salt. While doubts over polling remain after a failure to predict the UK's 2015 election result, the market has been shocked out of its pre-election complacency by mounting evidence that the race between May and Labour's Jeremy Corbyn is getting tighter. Measures of expected volatility in sterling that cover the election are jumping this week, while last week's drop against the dollar was the pound's worst this year. For more on UK polling, click here. Recently we've been relatively agnostic about sterling, but have now decided to underweight the currency for the next couple of weeks in case the depreciation accelerates, Cosimo Marasciolo, head of European fixed income at Pioneer Investments, said in emailed comments. Given the surprise outcomes of the 2015 election and last year's European Union referendum, with recent polls showing a dramatic fall in the Conservatives' lead, it's no wonder that people are getting twitchy. One beneficiary of the weaker pound is the FTSE 100 index, whose members get more than 2/3 of their revenue from overseas. The index rose 0.3% on Wednesday and was on track to close at a record high. Follow our Top Live Q&A blog on the UK election on Thursday, June 1, here.